Phil Ivey bets $10,000, and I like the bet here. Maybe he thinks he can get called from an 8 or a 3.
Well, yeah, because he's checked the flop, so
you don't put your opponent on a king or a jack here. I really think that he might get a call.
So many draws out there.
How about you play for like, you play like 5 or 10 or whatever?
Well, Patrick's got to know if he had 7s, 6s, something like that, Phil, he'd probably check the river.
You start with about 100 big bets and the blinds don't fall.
In this case,
Good lay down there from Patrick. He's read it right.
Or maybe even only about 30 or 30.
that was an excellent laydown. And after 166 hands, Tony G still in command, up over $303,000. Patrick Antonius up $73,000. Howard Lederer down a quick $5,500. And our big loser for the day is still Phil Ivey. He is down $204,000. Brian Townsend just a little bit behind him. He's down $129,000.
Could be like a golf course. Yeah, that's what we need to do. See what's going on. Where doesn't make it like
Here we are, the $1 million cash game.
That's right. Yeah.
And always a good time. Howard Lederer down $5,500. I think he might try to change that right now with his 2 aces.
Actually, in theory, they don't ever
18. It's unfortunate to find him in first position. When a player like Howard races out of first position, he's not likely to get too much action. And I don't think anyone's hands have hit them up quite so fast. Only person that might give him some action now is Tony G. He's in pretty bad shape as well.
Tony definitely does not want to see the case ace come out.
10, jack, jack.
Well, that flop shouldn't get Tony in too much trouble.
Check, check. Howard laying a little bit of a trap. 10. 4,000. Pretty horrible flop for a pair of aces, really, at the end of the day. 2 jacks, 2 10s. Doesn't take too much for your opponent to have gone in front.
Normally it would be a sickening flop, but heads up, you're probably still ahead. And in this case, Howard Lederer is.
Cool.
And he's going to call. I'm pretty sure he's going to call a bet on the river as well.
That's tough. King. Check. Check.
So he switches off. Howard doesn't try and go for any kind of value bet.
Aces and jacks.
Howard kind of shrugging. Not a nice flop for his hand. Still enough to get him out of it.
Give me aces and have them flop completely dead.
no, yeah, 8-7. 8-7 and 9-9.
No, I don't know exactly how many hours I'll play, but I've never been, except when I was very young, like 18 or 19, I was never, a big marathon player. I don't see the value there. I mean, particularly cash game poker is about playing when you feel like playing, when you're fresh and focused, then you can afford it.
You're supposed to fold.
And don't worry, like the blinds were high as, it wasn't even a big dog I'd call him.
Actions with Howard, but he's too busy reliving past hands to get involved.
Betting 10,000 a flop.
Reminiscing over old times.
Comes around to him in the small
Pass.
and instead of just folding,
Andy block next.
just guarantees no flop. He decided the best way to guarantee the flop was to move.
He was staring at the blinds, looked like he was thinking about it, but no, he decides to release.
2,000.
2,000 from Chris with the King Jack.
I had 2 red cards myself.
Ivy with position, and as it happens, the best hand he calls. Just these two are going to see the flop. And we've seen this many times. Chris Ferguson raising, Phil Ivey calling in position and taking advantage of that position. Phil Ivey really had the best of Chris Ferguson all day long. Outflopped him as well. He was in front anyway, so the 4 doesn't make that much difference.
Check. And sure enough, Chris Ferguson checks. You imagine Phil Ivey's going to bet this and take it down.
He would have bet it if it had missed the 4.
Of course.
4,000.
I was fortunate enough to talk to Chris Ferguson as he folds this. The pause, the fold. I was fortunate enough to talk to Chris Ferguson about the hand where he lost about $100,000 with the pocket nines. And of course he said that because he always checks the Phil Ivey and he always bets, it put him in a tough spot. And that was the reason why he thought Phil Ivey might be bluffing, and the reason why inevitably he lost $50,000, $60,000 in the hand.
The greatest aspect of poker is the fact that anybody can win or lose. And anybody can beat anybody on any given day. And that's what makes poker one of the greatest games in the world. Is that, you know, there's a lot of newcomers that come along that don't play poker for so long, and they end up winning big, giant poker tournaments. And, you know, you see it time and time again. And that's the great thing about poker. Is that, I mean, there's so many fresh faces all the time, and anybody can win.
It's the FullTiltPoker.net $1 Million Cash Game in association with 50 London. Buttons in front of Andy Block.
You laid down 2 pairs?
Action over to Tony G. Not going to play.
Leaders Howard. Alan might venture a little raise here with the ace-king.
Well, this is a great spot to raise. He's in the cutoff seat, so it looks like maybe it's a steal, but he's got a real hand.
Chris Ferguson in the small blind.
If there was ever a time Alan Cunningham could get action, this might be it.